All right, looks like I'm live. I've never done this before, so this will be interesting, but hello, it is December, looking at my calendar background, 11th, and I thought it would be fun to just come on here and make some stuff. So I've actually got a recipe for roasted beet fries, and I've never had these before, anything like them. I actually thought I had had beets before, but the more I was thinking about it, I think what I've had before are radishes and not beets. So this may actually be my first time ever having beets. But yeah, so I'm excited to make that. I also have a gingerbread house little kit to make. So I thought that might be fun to make on here. And then I also thought, we might need a little treat while we're doing all this. So I thought I would make something that I've been making this month, which is hot chocolate with like just a little subtle peppermint flavor to it. So I'm actually going to start out by doing that. Let me get my mug real quick. I always put my hot liquids in here. I don't drink hot stuff very often. And then, let's see. So I've got this Great Value hot cocoa mixed milk chocolate from Walmart. And I'm just going to open that. Pour it in there. Then I'm going to turn my sink water on, which you cannot see. It's right here. And I'm just going to run it till it gets hot. And then I will put some in the mug. It's got to be real hot because I'm slow with drinking my hot beverages, so I want it to last a while. Okay, so then I'm going to stir it in. Then for my little bit of peppermint flavor, I'm just going to put in a little bit of crushed candy canes. Generally, I'm actually not really a huge fan of candy canes because they're like really strong and I like more of a subtle peppermint flavor, but by just putting in a little bit, like that much, it gives it a really nice subtle peppermint flavor. So mix that in a little bit. All right. Perfect. So I'm done with this. Put that. All right, so now I'm going to make the beet fries. Now, I'm supposed to preheat the oven to 425 degrees. A lot of times when I preheat the oven before I actually start doing stuff, it ends up being done and ready for me to put the food in way before I'm ready to put it in because I'm a little slow. But 425, it'll take a while to get there, and then also this is just a very simple recipe, so I don't expect it's going to take me forever. So I'm going to turn that on now. Need a sheet. Let's see. No parchment paper, all right. All right, let me get my knife, my peeler. Yeah, of course, all of these. So, it's a lot, isn't it? Just gotta, I have to do it one by one. It's a little a lot. There we go. Wow, look at that. Like I said, never handled beets before, so I didn't know if I should wear white, but when I looked up how to cut and peel beets, I was told that it's only really gonna like come up on your hands and whatnot if they're cooked. Don't really know if that's true. We're gonna find out. I guess I'll maybe. Pull out my white sleeves because I do really like this top. Okay. Got this that we don't need. Here's another one. By the way, the sun is going to start going down, so the lighting might get darker as time progresses. But if that happens, / when that happens, I will just turn my inside lights on. Okay, so now I'm going to rinse these off under some water. I am going to end up peeling them, but still. Come on. All right, so next I'm going to cut off the other side. We've got, let's see, looks like we got 6 beets here to make our beet fries. Okay. Now we're going to peel them. And I like to do this over the trash, so there's less to clean up. So let me angle this a little bit over, a little bit down. Okay. We're going to be careful because I do not want to cut my fingers. That would be a no-go. It's coming off really easily to the point where I'm like, how hard do I need to push? Like, I mean, this color just like, it gets on everything. My gosh. If you've ever worked with beets, let me know. If you like them, what you like them in. if you've ever made something like beet fries or maybe beet chips. Oh, that just went on the outside of the trash can. Come on. There we go. All right, there we go. Kind of reminds me of a gemstone with all the different like angles to it. And now we just got to do that 5 more times. It's probably a good thing to put on in the background if you're cooking or doing something. Go a little faster because we kind of know how this goes. Of course, I am keeping my fingers far away from the peeler because I do not want to go to the hospital today. No, thank you. On to number 3. I actually wanted to film this yesterday, but I was very fatigued, so I couldn't get myself to do it. But here we are. It is Monday, and I usually have Mondays off, but I did actually attend a 4-hour workshop this morning. It was from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Oh, geez. And it was all about like the ways that you can decrease sodium on your menus. So I'm a school dietitian. I work with K through 12 students, and this is really referring to, the workshop was referring to decreasing the sodium on the menus that are built for the K through 12 students. And I actually don't make the general menus like for everybody. I only make the modified menus for the students with food allergies or some kind of medical condition that would require them to eat certain foods, avoid other foods. But the real purpose for going to this presentation was for actually our administrative reviews. So about every 5 years, the state will come to a school, kind of check it out, look at production records and other documents, and basically just make sure that we're following the USDA guidelines. Since we participate in the National School Lunch Program and the School Breakfast Program, we have to follow the rules set by the USDA in order to get reimbursement for the meals that we serve, because only certain types of meals can be reimbursed. So we have to meet those requirements in order for those meals to be reimbursable. And the struggle, the big struggle, is that we have a calorie range that we have to hit and a sodium limit, like a maximum, right? Like we have to be below that number. And usually the issue is with high school lunch or, middle school lunch, just like a secondary lunch. And normally the calories are too low and the sodium is too high. But we have a little debacle here because if you add food items or, add planned servings to an item that is higher in calories, then you will raise the calories, but you're also going to raise sodium. And that is not only for the day, but specifically for the week. That's really what we're looking at. So it's very tricky to figure out how can we build a menu that meets the calorie minimum, but also is below the sodium maximum. And I think there are definitely some things that maybe I could look into, after having gone to this training. But I will say, I think for the most part, I was kind of providing some ideas for other people rather than other people providing ideas for me. So yeah, we'll just have to see. There are some more workshops this week actually that I will be attending. So, and they're all related to lower sodium on menus. So hopefully I'll have a little bit more luck there with that. My hands. I just washed them with soap and water, but that's all right. Okay, so the next step, we're going to slice into slabs about a 1/2 inch thick, and then stack the slabs and cut into 1/2 inch sticks like a French fry. Yeah, I think theirs is gonna look a little nicer than mine. I mean, if you look at this picture, it just looks like fries, right? Like the same shape, size, kind of as like potato fries. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that from this. So I will do my best. They said 1/2 inch. So most of these I'm probably just gonna be cutting in half, into 2 slabs as they call it. And then, I don't know, do you wanna see me cutting or do you wanna see my face? I'll show you the cutting for now. So let's move this out of the way. This is a little nerve-wracking. It's very slippery. So we want to get our bear claw. Okay. Make sure we got a good grip on it, and then slice down. Okay, and then they want me to cut into 1/2 inch sticks. Maybe like 3. They're gonna be tiny sticks, but sure. And by the way, if you don't know, you want to do the bear claw. Basically, you want your fingers to be flat so that if you accidentally cut your finger, it will be a shallow cut and less likely to be deep and, require stitches. So that's why you always want to do the bear claw. And don't forget about your thumb, because the thumb can stick out. We want to keep it in. All right, so we've got 6 sticks right here. Let's see. You might be able to get 3 out of this. I just don't like how, maybe we can try it this way, because I just don't like how much it's moving. It's a little scary, Maybe we can do it like this. Yeah, this is better for sure. Oh. Don't go on my white shirt. No, 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 no. I probably should be wearing an apron or something, but here I am. Let's see. 2 probably. here, so air claw. There we go. I told y'all the oven's already ready for me, but I'm not ready for it. Definitely 3 out of that. I'm just cutting it in thirds just based on the size. They're saying a 1/2 inch, and this isn't exact, but usually I was told that 2 fingers is 1 inch, so 1 finger would be 1/2 an inch. So that's kind of what I'm using to figure out how many, I guess slabs should I be cutting. Okay. All right, and our last one. Man. This one might be our biggest one so far. Alrighty. So let's all right. My hand hurts, but we did it. Let's see. So we're going to toss with oil to evenly coat, spread on a baking pan or dish, and sprinkle with salt and pepper. Well, I don't know if I want to get a bowl dirty just to put oil on there, so I might just do it on the counter. Just rinse my hands a little bit. I swear, better not stain my shirt. I probably should just take it off, but we're so close. Okay. Let's see. Wow. 1/2 cup canola oil, but I probably don't have as many beets as it says in here, so we'll just eyeball it. It's fine. What about the Italian seasoning? Oh, that's when it comes out of the oven. All right, so canola oil. Sorry. I can do that. Okay. This is different than what I normally do, but we'll just do that. Okay. Kind of toss it together, move the oil around. It's not telling me to put parchment paper on the pan, but I mean, considering how colorful it is, I think it might be smart. Put the parchment paper on there. By the way, I'm going to be making some gingerbread cookies, not today, but it's on my list. And I got cookie cutters for it. I'm looking at them. They're on my drying mat right over there. But I'm waiting for the Christmas themed sprinkles that I ordered in the mail to arrive. But that's coming. Let's see. just rest up here for me. They're slippery. It'll be interesting to see how these turn out, since I've never not only made beets, but I've also never made fries out of anything other than, potatoes. And even then, those potatoes were already made into fries. I just had to, put them in the oven. So this will be interesting. I also have a recipe for some kale chips, and I'm interested to try that. But once again, that is going to have to be at another time. Because it's already 3:33, angel number. I will take that. Oh jeez. Let's not get water on the beets, shall we? I just don't want to touch the pan with my reddish, purplish hands. So, okay, so the last thing before we're putting it in the oven is we're going to sprinkle with salt and pepper. Now, I actually don't like pepper, and we're going to be putting Italian seasoning on this later. So let's look at our Italian seasoning. I just want to see what's in it. Basil, oregano, rosemary, thyme, parsley, garlic. Okay, so there's no salt in it. Not much. So even though I'm a dietitian, I really don't have a problem with salt. I don't think we have to avoid it altogether, especially because we actually need salt. Salt is an essential nutrient. Your body needs it, and you also do not produce it, so you need to get it from foods. I'm not sure off the top of my head like how beets are with regards to sodium. Generally, like whole fruits and vegetables are pretty low. So nothing crazy, but I also have hypotension, which is low blood pressure. So generally I don't really hold back with the salt, but I'm not really a huge salt fan either. So you'll never see me like putting tons of salt on stuff. And I never use a salt shaker, but obviously when I'm cooking something from scratch, I'll add a little bit. Usually I add less than whatever the recipe tells me to use. So the only reason I keep putting a little bit more is because I think when I'm sprinkling it, there's some just straight up falling on the baking sheet, the parchment paper, and not actually on the beets themselves. Okay, so we're gonna keep it at that. When it comes out of the oven, we'll put Italian seasoning on it. And without getting the color on my shirt, we're gonna put this in the oven, and it's gonna be for 15 to 20 minutes. We'll turn them and cook for an additional 15 minutes, or until crisp and caramelized on the outside and tender on the inside. Okay, we'll do 15 and 15. That makes sense to me. That's good. All right. And I'll get my spatula ready. Okay, so before we move on to making the gingerbread house, I'm just gonna quickly clean up my area and then we'll move on. Let me drink some more of this hot chocolate. See, this is what happens. Then it's room temperature before I even finish it. So, in this nice, soap and water. Perfect. Looks good to me. And then I want to put my knife away. I don't like to keep stuff like this out, so I'm just gonna dry it off. and then put it right back. Yeah, I don't mess around with knives. I don't keep them out longer than they need to be out. So I just wash them right away, put them where they need to go. And there we go, done. Okay, now my peeler. Great. I'm glad I didn't stain anything, like it just came right off the color of the beets. And then for that, I'm just gonna use my hands, because why not? Oh yeah, there's oil on there too, I forgot about that. It's like, oh, what's this slimy stuff on my hands? Canola oil. What else? You know, what I put on the counter. Hang on. All right. I probably look hilarious just using my hands instead of like a cloth or a brush or something, but I just don't like to get more stuff dirty than necessary. It just takes more time to clean. All right, beautiful, we finished. Yep, hands look good. They're still a little like reddish, but like I don't think they're gonna come off on anything. It's just kind of how it is for right now. Shirt check, looks good. Okay, so we got 11 more minutes until I'm going to have to turn those over. So now I'm gonna make the gingerbread house. I gotta fit myself better than this, seriously. Okay. I think I wanna sit at my dining table just because after a while of standing, I'm gonna get tired. So let me real quick, I'm gonna close my my blinds just, you know, for privacy while I walk over there. So just, well, please hold. Right, and this is our kit. So let me walk you over there, set up. Don't worry, it'll be lighter. Okay. Let's see. Alrighty. Probably still want the light on, right? Yeah. Okay, all right. Let me just angle you a little bit more. Can you see my cute little Christmas tree farm? Yeah, I'm here for it. Okay. Let's have some fun with this. Oh yeah, it's like just tape on it. These never open easy for me, do they? Let's see. I think I'm understanding what's happening here. There we go. All right, so we got some fun candy. I need scissors. What's that? Okay. What we got here? So we got some licorice. Red licorice. We've got some, I don't know, it's kind of shaped like a peppermint candy, but it's like rainbow colored. And we got 4 of these. We've got these multicolored balls. These fun little sprinkles that look like mistletoe. And our classic gumdrops. Of course, we've got icing. Ooh, warm between your hands. Tear the tip in the corner. Use to stick roofing walls together. In this cute little package. And this is the Lazy Dog gingerbread house kit. 12.9 ounces, 366 grams. If you're wondering. Actually, my mom bought me this and sent it to me in the mail, so I don't know where it's from. This has got to be our gingerbread house. Oh, how cute. Look at that. It's got little like engravings in there, so that's nice. I like that. Let's see. There we go. Shut it a little bit more away. I'm thinking we're building it on this. I have not built a gingerbread house in years, and actually, the only times I've ever made a gingerbread house were with my grandparents and or my parents. I can't remember if I've ever done it with them, like just them, but not my grandparents not there. But I specifically remember doing it with my grandma. So such a good, easy little, Christmas or holiday themed drink. We don't celebrate Christmas, it's just holiday, Peppermint's actually one of my favorite flavors. I love peppermint. So I'm stoked. I stock up on those Ghirardelli peppermint bark for the whole year. I also got some peppermint ice cream. There's peppermint Chobani flips if you like yogurt. Let's see. Okay, so these are clearly the sides, the front and the back, and the roof. So this will be interesting. I always remember this being like the worst part. Like it's not super fun. It's like hard to get it to really like stick together, but it is fun once you actually, get it together and then you can decorate it. So let's see. So it says warm between your hands. Then we're gonna tear a tip at the corner. So, oh geez, my computer battery is gonna die. I'm telling you, this battery, I swear. My computer's actually fairly new, but it doesn't last more than 2 hours off the charging cord. So this is where we're at. Okay, it's warming up a little bit. They didn't say what motion to use. They just said warm it up between your hands. So doing my best. By the way, another thing that I want to do is I want to paint my pumpkin from the fall. I think I'm going to paint it red and then paint a Christmas tree on it because I still have my pumpkin. I actually, if you didn't see, I posted a picture on Instagram and it's super cute. I got the idea from Pinterest. The pumpkin is, you know, getting a little self-care day, a little face mask. She's got her hair up, you know, in a little turban, super cute. And so because I didn't carve my pumpkin, it actually has lasted really long. So it is still going, and it will, I don't know how long it's going to continue to go on, but I figure instead of just throwing it out, might as well use it as part of the decor. But the orange doesn't really go with the decor, so I want to paint it. So that might also be something that I do. Let me just check real quick. I want to see how long we have till I gotta flip the beets. Okay. We've got just under 3 minutes. Yeah, this is like, I see what they were saying. Like it's flowing much better. Okay, so we're gonna tear the corner, tear the tip in the corner. There we go. I was like, is this going to be difficult? This is going to be difficult. Yep, it's going to be difficult. So like, why does it then tear like this and then you can't get it off the side? I'm going to have to clean this because there's going to be icing on it. Come on. Try not to use my finger that has the icing on it. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, that's sweet. Might just have another little taste of that. Okay. Let's see. Probably be better if it was like just like one small opening, but this is what we got. So no biggie. So let's start with, I don't know. I'm almost like, should I start it now or should I wait till I like flip the beet fries? Because let me just, get it on the side as much as I can. Maybe I'm just gonna use my fingers. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. This seems a little all over the place to me. I knew it. I knew it. That's okay. As you can tell, I'm not exactly a pro at this, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna have a nice gingerbread house. I may be a heart attack. You know, whatever. I'm cool. I don't know if this is gonna work. Is it just gonna stand up? Maybe it will. I don't know. Can you tell I like icing? Yeah, I like icing. Okay. Hopefully, battery doesn't die since I just unhooked my cord. But anyway, let's let's go ahead and deal with our beets. Oh my god. I'm not wearing glasses, but I just felt my eyes steam up. Actually, let's hold this. Let's try to turn them over. See, this is where it gets difficult. How do I know? How do I know which ones have turned over and which ones have not when they clump together like this? I need y'all to help me out. I'm talking to the beets. I need you to help me. Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot flip stuff very well, apparently. I don't know. Just comes together. If anyone has any tips for flipping food, please drop them in the chat, drop them in the comments. It's just a struggle, but I think we did it. Did the best I could do. Okay, we're gonna put it back in for another 15 minutes. I'm just gonna clean my spatula real quick, just in case. I have definitely had, sorry. I've definitely had tomato things like, marinara sauce and whatnot stain utensils because my utensils are pink and white. So, all right. Well, maybe that's a bit too much. Perfect. Here we are. All right. I am actually surprised that stood up, but anyway, can I bring it forward a little? There we go. Ooh. Oh, it's holding up so well. Well, maybe now not as much. I don't know. Obviously, it'll be easier. Ooh. Once we get the other side on. All right, are you going to stick or are we going to put more icing in there? Hoping you're going to stick. Alrighty. Maybe I didn't need to put it up here. Maybe it's got to be up there. Well, oh well. Yeah, I am. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm not a pro over here, but that's okay. It's all for fun. Are you supposed to ice like the bottom too to keep it from moving on the? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so this time I just did that. Oh, okay. Okay, you got this side a little nicer. I was like, what do I do with it? I guess I'm just gonna lick it. Okay. By the way, do you guys eat your gingerbread houses? Because I've never eaten one. Because, after they harden, they're not really good anymore. Okay. I need to stop. Okay, so we got that. It seems stable enough that I feel like I can Maybe put the roof on. Let's think about this. Where are we putting the icing? So we're gonna put icing. Well, we could just put it on here, or we could do, here, here. Is it gonna touch the other cookie? Maybe a little bit, like in the middle, and then up here. Or we could also save this for like the next one. So we want the sides. More on this side. Wah, wah, wah. A little bit in the middle. And then we'll put some up here on the edge. All right. It's like falling down. What do we do? It's like I need something under it to like hold it up, I don't know, will the box help? Okay, maybe that worked. Okay, so then we just need the sides and the bottom on this one. Oops. It's flying everywhere. Yes. Well, my life has been very hectic lately. Just, work really needs me. It's been kind of stressful, and it's even become a little stressful when I'm not working because I will think about like the work that I need to do when I get back. And I'm just really looking forward to my break because I actually am not hired to work, 52 weeks in the year. I'm actually hired for like, it's bad that I don't for sure know this, but I think it's like, I want to say like 46 weeks in the year, something like that. So there are like 6 to 8 weeks where I actually don't get paid and, don't work. And this past year, which was actually my first year in this specific position, all of my weeks were like at once in the summer. So if you followed me on Instagram, or even if you've been following me on YouTube, then you probably noticed that like I was posting stuff about like summer break and like not working and doing what I want to do. And that was because of that. Like I was able to have that time off, which was super, super nice and unique. Well, this, you really don't like me, do you? There's one side that I'm not really, it's like kind of like falling almost, like, just want to pull you out a little bit. There we go. So anyway, this next year, it is going to be a little bit different. They want to, they being like the higher up people, they want to space it out. And, I liked having all that time off, but I really don't mind if it's spaced out. So that's what is going to happen this time around. And come on, I need you to stay where I put you, please. Okay, great. So you could just stay where I put you. That would be much appreciated. Anyway, so they're spreading those weeks out, and the first, bit of weeks that I have off are actually the end of this month. And I've actually got 2 weeks off. And that's actually really nice because, obviously because of the holidays. And last year I did work on my vacation. Like I traveled to my family where they live, and I had to do work while I was there. So it's just nice that now I'm going to get to travel and have Christmas and stuff. And I don't have to worry at all about work because I'm not being paid, so I'm not doing any work. So I'm excited for that. I'm just really excited to not have to worry about work and really get to put it aside for 2 weeks. So let me tell you, when I'm not working, I'm not checking my email. I'm not taking calls from people from work. I'm out. I'm out of business. I'm not available. Okay. How long are you supposed to wait for this to dry? How long does icing take? This is yummy. Yes, it is. Let me rinse my hands real quick. We're going to look up how long it takes for icing to dry. Let's see. Three hours. Well, maybe we can decorate it before that because it does seem to be holding up really well. What do you guys think? I think it seems to be holding up pretty well. The only thing is I do feel like the roof kind of falls down a little bit, but for the most part, I feel like it's really staying where it's supposed to be. So yeah, I think we go with it. We just keep going because it's pretty much staying where it's supposed to. Oh, I got a package. There have been a lot of packages delivered. I live in an apartment complex, and it's just been interesting because, we have this package, I don't know, thing, and it's got all these little boxes in it. Some of them are different sizes, and when you get a package, it will get put in one of those, and then you get a notification with a code. And then when you put in the code, the door for whatever the specific box is that your package is in will open. And then there's also a table to the side where all the packages that are too big and can't fit in there will go, or if somebody didn't put their apartment number, their name, it will be on the side. But I've noticed within the past week that, especially because I ordered some things like the cookie cutters and the sprinkles for my gingerbread men that I want to make, where I was expecting something. I'm isn't it here? But why didn't I get a notification? I noticed that basically everything is going on the table now. So like what I think is happening, because I did just get something in the box like a week ago, I think it's just like full because so many people have been ordering stuff. So they have to put stuff on the side and then you just have to come and get it instead of like waiting for a notification. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. I don't know if I'm gonna go today though. I might go tomorrow after work because it's getting late. I don't really like to go outside when the sun's down. I just don't know if I should get into putting the candy on because the beets are probably almost done. Let's see. Yeah, we got a minute. So excuse me. All right, we got a minute. Well, less than a minute. Okay. By the way, is this blurry or is this okay? I feel like you can see me well enough, but I mean, obviously it's kind of dark right here, so it's going to look a little bit more fuzzy, but I'm just curious on your end, is this blurry? Is it okay? Probably not as good as my iPhone when I film on there, but the nice thing about live streaming is I don't have to edit anything afterwards and we can just kind of hang out in real time. So, one. Oh, they're dark. They are dark. Oh, just close all the way. Thank you very much. Oh, that didn't work. Here we go. All right, and they say sprinkle Italian seasoning on it, so. There you go. There we go. I needed to get the technique down. It wasn't like coming out too much. All right. There's no salt in here, so we're just gonna go crazy. There we go. All right, and I will wait for those to cool down, and then we'll try one. By the way, if anyone wants the recipe, feel free to pause and take a screenshot. I actually got this from my work. There's lots of really great recipes. And I saw this one and I wanted to try it at home. And also we're going to be using this one at one of our events with the students in early 2024. And I hope they're going to like them. I hope they're going to try them. But we will see. I think if I remember correctly, I'm going to do it at a junior high school. And I'm going to be standing on the line meaning like our serving line, with our chef and be offering it to the students and talking a little bit about them. Maybe I'll get some recipe cards or something, put them out. Normally I do like a table and a sampling and maybe even a little like educational bit, but with the junior high and high schools, there's just too many kids really to do that at least some of them. I actually did do a tasting at one of them maybe a couple months ago. It's getting room temp. I better drink it fast. Let's see. Now to figure out what I want to do. I don't know. I've seen some pictures where they have like oh, you can't even see. Oh, I can reach. There we go. Where they do like a little road, maybe in like gumdrops on either side. That's cute. I do like that. I like that idea. Once again, we've got our candy balls, our licorice, our like rainbow little peppermint looking candies, our gumdrops, of course, and our mistletoe. So, man, I don't know. I haven't decorated one of these in so long. I'm kind of like, what do I do with the licorice? What do I do with the licorice? Are we good? Yeah, I don't even think I see icing on here. Perfect. One less thing I gotta clean. That's always a positive thing in my book. Ooh, that artificial smell really hits you. could like braid some hair. Why is this one like super short? I mean, you could like line the outside or something. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I even want to use this. I guess you could like stick it on the top or something. I don't know. I do like the gumdrop road. I think that's cute. Maybe we do it on this side because there's not as much like free icing, I think, on it. So let's do that. I really like that idea. Ooh. Every time I open one of these bags, I'm like, oh, that's a strong scent. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Well, let's actually put it right on here. So anyway, going back to the work events that I was talking about, the tastings and stuff like that, I actually just did one at an elementary school. And it was very fun, very rewarding. Like those events for sure are the highlight of my job, 100%. And this particular event was very rewarding, like maybe even like the most rewarding I've done at my school district all year, because sorry, I'm thinking which one do I want to use? I could use red too. We're going to use 2 of the non-orange and yellow. Just put them all out and we'll plan it. But anyway, so this event was at an elementary school, and it happened to be one where I was speaking, like, I had a microphone, and I worked with the cafeteria monitors to get the kids quiet and give them a nice little fun interactive lesson related to nutrition. And that's not something that I do at all of my events, just because it's kind of a lot to prepare for, and not every principal is super interested in having me do something like that. So, it's kind of a balance, try to figure that out. So here's my little gumdrop road. You cannot even see. There you go. I gave it a little twist, but there's a very small amount of space where I can make this little road. So there we are. And we've got 1 gumdrop left. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but that would be interesting. I think these balls probably are going to go on the roof. Maybe we just like string the licorice around there or something. That could be kind of fun. So yes, at this event, I was able to speak and provide a little education. And at this particular event, we actually served orange glazed carrots and educated on the health benefits of carrots. But because this was such a young audience, we really made it about how carrots can make you feel after you eat them. So, they can give you more energy so that you can run around and have fun and play with your friends. They also help you to see better, which of course we all need in our everyday lives, or at least, that's how most of us live with our sight, and we rely on it heavily. And so eating carrots helps you keep that eyesight sharp, helps you to see colors, helps you to see in the dark. It also helps you remember things better, remember, facts, music notes maybe, I don't know, just anything really. And obviously it's great for like exams and stuff like that. So lots of great things about carrots. I also brought up how there are many different colors of carrots. And I had the kids guess what other colors besides orange carrots can be. And, even like when I was researching for this presentation, I actually learned that there were certain carrot colors that I'd never heard of before. Like I knew that there were like purple carrots and yellow carrots, but I did not know that there were black carrots. Yep, heard me right. There are black carrots, there are yellow carrots, white carrots, red carrots. So we got a whole rainbow of carrots, which is super cool, super fun. We served the orange ones because that's what we have available to us, but it was fun to, have the kids guess other colors and then to learn that there are other colors, maybe even their favorite color. It was just like super exciting for them. So that was a really rewarding event. I think everybody enjoyed it. And, it's just something different too. And then, it gave out handouts, including a recipe card. So if they really liked the carrots that day, because we offered it on the serving line, they could go home and have their parents make it for them. Or if they didn't have it, but after the presentation, they really wanted to try it, there we go. You can take that home. There was an educational handout, kind of summarizing everything that I talked about. And then we also had a fun coloring sheet. So it was really great. Everyone was really excited. The kitchen cafeteria monitors were on board. The staff, our kitchen staff was great. Like they had this maintenance guy come down and like help me with setting up like the microphone and the projector, because I also showed a little video, and it was all great. Everyone was super welcoming. And yeah, I think everyone really enjoyed it. So that was really rewarding. I think, I don't always get to do that little educational piece where I'm like actually in front of everybody with a microphone, but I think that can be the most impactful. Well, I did not mean to do this, but I made an M as in Monique. So, that works actually. I like that. That was not the plan going into it, but here we are. And I have no problem with that. So I think I'm actually going to do that on the other side as well. Now it doesn't want to come off my finger. Do I need to warm you up again? I might need to warm you up again between my hands. There we go. Do. Okay, we're on our way. There we go. I am curious though, if you could have learned something about nutrition in school, what would you have wanted to know? Because I am thinking about possibly pursuing teaching in a classroom. Not like that would be like my full job, but like collaborating with like a health teacher or something. And, there's so many things that I could teach, like, reading a nutrition label. And then, I've heard some people, especially the people that work with, I say people, registered dietitians that work with eating disorder patients, who talk about how, it would be really beneficial to talk about intuitive eating, which is, a great topic. But I'm also very practical, and I think that it would be, for me, like, I really like the idea of going to like a high school class, especially if they're like maybe seniors, like they're about to graduate and, go off to college or, get a job, whatever. And talk to them about like how to build a balanced plate and maybe some grocery shopping tips as well. Because I think that's like really practical, and that's something that they could use immediately in their life. And it's super important too, because, obviously with our school meals, like, we have control over what we serve the students. But when the students go out to, their college dining hall or their local grocery store because they need to buy food, they are going to be faced with lots of options that they might not have had before. And so it's important to teach them about, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vegetables, which ones are starchy, which ones are non-starchy, what's the importance of those, grains, whole grains versus refined grains, and fruits, all stuff like that, processed foods, and just figuring out like how can we choose the best options and build a balanced plate. And that doesn't mean you can't ever have anything processed. Not by any means. I have processed stuff all the time. And not everything processed is bad too. We need to take away that stigma. Bread is processed, okay? Pasta, processed. Even canned fresh fruit in, well, it's not fresh, it's cooked, but then canned. You get the point. Canned fruit that's in 100% fruit juice, processed. But those are great options. So not everything processed is bad, but I think we all know like a lot of processed things, they do have lots of chemicals and whatnot, and then that we don't necessarily want. So it's just good to have that knowledge and know how to read nutrition labels, know how to find things in the store, and go in with a list so you're not buying more than you really need to. And what are maybe some great options and good staples to like keep in your pantry. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's like kind of what I'm excited about, because I think that's like, that can make a real impact and can really change someone's life for the better. But, I'm open to ideas, and it's not like I'm only going to ever talk to high school age students either. So if you have any ideas of things that you think would be good, any like presentation ideas, lesson ideas, definitely leave that in the comments. And if you have a specific age group in mind as well. Once again, I work with K through 12 students, so kindergarten through 12th grade. So anything in there, anything you have would be helpful. All right, so we've got our M and our M. And now we're going to put some fun things on the roof. See, like, I'm like, what do I do now? Like, I'm just gonna look at, oh my God, I need to stop. But I don't want to get frosting on everything. Okay. should probably, pretty much. Still good though, still good. Okay. Yeah, I do not know how to make this nice looking. Once again, I have not done this in so long. I need some tips and tricks. Oh my god. I think I need to like warm this up somehow again. Because it's like it's not moving as nicely as it once was. Really like sticking to me. Come off. Come off. There we go. You know what we could do as well? Oh, hello. Didn't know you were there. Is put them on the top. Okay, well. Okay. Yeah, could we do that? Or is it like, no, I think it'll work. It's like maybe it's dried already. I think it kind of is, but you know, I still don't think it will fall off even if it doesn't totally stick in there. So let's go with blue. That was yellow. I'll pick that up later. There we go. Okay, let's try to go in order. Yellow. Red. No, no. Green. Orange. What Christmas movies have you been watching or holiday movies? I've been trying to get in the spirit. I feel like I was in the spirit like the end of November, maybe like the very beginning of December, and now it's like hard to really grasp that it's December and Christmas is like 2 weeks away. But I have watched The Grinch, the like recent animated one from I believe it's 2019. I actually bought that movie, so I always have it available to me. Watched it I think 2 or 3 times, and I really like that movie. Then I watched my favorite Christmas movie of all time, which is Eloise at Christmas Time. It's just like very fun and lighthearted, heartwarming, funny, basically anything you could ever want in a Christmas movie. So love that. But you know, it was surprising like how hard it was to try to find where to even watch it. Currently, as of, you know, I think 2 days ago when I watched it, the only place that it is available is Amazon Prime Video. So if you don't have Amazon Prime Video, then you can't watch it. And I actually logged onto my parents' account to watch it because I don't have Prime myself. So that was really nice because I love that movie. It has Julie Andrews in it, so you know it's good. I think I'm done with this side. What do you guys think? All right, now on to the next side. So love that one. And then what else did I watch? So when I finished that, Amazon recommended Miracle on, what is it, 34th Street. So I watched that. Well, I kind of watched it. I like put it on the background. I think I was like cooking or something else at the time. So I wasn't like really like staring at it and taking it in, but I watched it. I mean, I've watched it before, I think one time. So I kind of knew what was going on, you know? And it's not like my favorite Christmas movie or anything. So I wasn't like, oh, I have to like really like watch this. But yeah, that was a nice one to play. And I don't know, there's just something about like black and white movies and like kind of the old sound that's just very like calming. So I really enjoyed that. After that, I was not watching Christmas movies. Let's see. I'm trying to think of if there are any. Oh, okay. So I didn't watch this one in December, but I watched it in, I believe, October and maybe like the beginning of November. So I'm not gonna watch it again. It might be kind of an unconventional choice, but I watched the movie Krampus. And if you don't know what Krampus is, it is a horror movie, but it's like Christmas themed. And Krampus is actually the anti-Santa. So like Santa comes to give gifts and, you know, reward good children. But Krampus comes to take from bad children who, you know, don't, I guess, embrace the spirit of the holiday and value family and things like that. And it's supposed to be like a big lesson. And I guess this is based on like a real like ancient myth. But it is really interesting. It's dark. Obviously, it's a horror movie, but you know, it's really like exploring the relationships between the characters, which is what I love. Like even you know, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, I really like the Deathly Hallows Part 1 movie because that's really what it's doing the whole time is it's just exploring the relationships with the characters. And of course we get, you know, plot movement as well. But ultimately, like that's what's happening. So that's just something that I have found that I really value and like to watch. So I really do like that movie. Once again, it's got funny moments. And I also don't think it's like too scary. You know, like there's a certain point where it's like if I can't sleep at night, then I don't enjoy watching that movie. But if I can watch this movie and enjoy it and value it, maybe be a little scared, and then like when I turn the movie off, I'm totally fine. Like that's the kind of, you know, horror movie that I want to watch, or thriller, or whatever. So that one's a really good one. Do recommend. I'm trying to think, what are some other Christmas movies? Oh, you know what I always watch? Okay, I just got like a ton right now. Thank you, brain. So one that I've always watched since I was a child, and I've watched this because my grandparents actually introduced this to me, is the Scrooge movie. I don't know if it's called Scrooge or if it's called like A Christmas Carol, but it's with this actor, and I only know his first name, but it's Alistair, and it's a black and white movie, and it's just so good. Like the acting is so on point. There are like funny parts, like these people knew what they were doing. Like they just killed this. I have watched other like Christmas Carol, you know, Scrooge stories, and like this one's still my favorite. So that one I love. I will, because this is a live, but you know, when I'm off, I will look up like what year it was and then maybe put it in the description. So if you want to check it out, you can go ahead and do that. So that one I want to watch. My grandparents actually have that one like on a disc. So I might be able to watch that when I am, there. at the end of December, but before Christmas. So that could definitely be fun. And then I did watch some other ones, and so these are actually like very nostalgic for me because I grew up watching these ones, and they are I don't know. They're these they almost kind of look like puppets, but it is a movie, and it's it like it looks like puppets, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know the right term, but they're really great. They're actually online for free. I will link it in the description. This is where I found them, and it's great because my parents actually showed these to me, and it was like a tradition. Like every year we'd watch them, and they have it on a disc. So it was just nice that I didn't have to like buy it or wait until I could watch it from the disc that they have. They have it for free on YouTube. Thank you to the person that posted it, and thank you to the studios who made it for not copywriting it and taking it down. We all appreciate it. But what happened with this one? I want. We're gonna put this one on the side. Yeah. Anyway, so the stories are there's four. There's Frosty the Snowman, and this one actually is different than the other three, which are they kind of remind me of like puppets once again. But this one is like clearly an animated movie. So Frosty the Snowman, animated, and then I'm dropping my candy over here. Then we have of like the little puppet ones. We've got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and we've got Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which might be my favorite one. I really like that one. Now we also have The Little Drummer Boy, but I actually don't like that one. It's kind of like sad, and I don't know. It's not really like as feel good as the other ones, but it's not bad. So the link that I'm gonna post in the description, it has all 3, 4. It has all 4, I think. But the Drummer Boy is in there, so you can check that out if you're interested. But yeah, so I really love Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I did watch all of them. I actually had it on while I was decorating my space with all my nice little decor that I got from the Dollar Tree. Hello, thank you, Dollar Tree, for having some nice decorations at affordable prices. I appreciate you. And yeah, so I really love those movies. So I'm gonna probably watch those again. Probably watch The Grinch again. I haven't watched Krampus since, like I said, the end of October, beginning of November. So might watch that again. Trying to think. I mean, I know there's like some other like classic ones, like what's it called? It's a Wonderful Life. That one I'm not really a fan of, though. I don't know. There's probably like tons of other ones that I'm just like totally forgetting, but those are like the ones that I really enjoy and either grew up watching or like found later, but that I really liked. But you know what? Another really good movie, and this is a tradition I've made just with myself, probably like started in high school, was there's this movie called New Year's Eve. Now, this is not related to Christmas, but every year on New Year's Eve, I watch the movie New Year's Eve, and I just love that movie. It's like, once again, I like a little humor in my movies. I like a little like seriousness and like good lessons and heartfelt moments and, characters bonding and just seeing their relationships. So, it just has it all. And it's a very like uplifting movie. It's very hopeful at the end. I definitely tear up at points. I'm cackling at points. It's such a great movie, and it's a star-studded cast. So if you like movies where you see like a bunch of celebrities that this is a great one. It's got Michelle Pfeiffer. It's got Katherine Heigl. It's got Bon Jovi, out of all people. It's got Zac Efron. I mean, so many people. yeah, I'm trying to think of more, but I mean, there are people that like I recognize their faces, but I could not tell you their names. But yeah, I mean, everyone's like so great in that movie. Love it. Oh, Abigail Breslin is another one, and then you can see her face, but I can't remember her name. So anyway, lots of really great people in that movie. Highly recommend. So that's another one that I love. So really the last thing, I don't think I'm going to do more licorice. I don't want to just like put stuff down for the sake of putting it down. Like, I don't think it's necessary. So I think I'm done with these. I'm done with the gumdrop. I'll probably just eat it, you know, done with the licorice. So the last thing is these. And I'm thinking we just kind of like spread them like down here, like not on the roof. Like we're done with the roof, okay? I'm gonna put it like down here, you know. So, last cutting. By the way, I probably should try those beet fries before they get cold, but I mean, I don't think it's the end of the world to just put them in the microwave and try them. And the good thing too is if I end up not liking it, there's not that many. So let's see. I'm just gonna kind of smear it in this like empty space up here. Ooh. You know, here's another thing. If you are watching this and you have any video ideas that you'd like me to make, things that you would like me to talk about, I'm open to suggestions. I will say, like, I don't have a shortage of ideas of things that I'd like to make. It's just more of like having the motivation and the energy to do so. I said this in my Thanksgiving live, but I actually have a Halloween video filmed and I just didn't edit it. Like I couldn't get myself to edit it. So I still have the footage, but it's still just sitting on my phone and on my computer because I have a screen recording and then I have a recording on my phone. So this is why I'm live streaming. I'm trying to, you know, keep going and, you know, I love creating stuff. That's very fulfilling for me. So, you know, I want to create stuff. It's just like, I don't know, the editing thing, like I don't like editing. And when I'm not mentally doing well, it's even harder to get myself to edit. Like if I'm doing mentally better, then like, okay, I can do it. But yeah, it's just not been happening. So that's why I'm doing the live streams. Hopefully you're enjoying it. My God. Oh, great. We're gonna have to wait for that. Oh, okay. Thank you. So yeah, that's why I've been live streaming. But you know, I'm still open to suggestions. You know, I obviously like when I make content, I make it for other people. I don't make it for myself. I mean, I do make stuff that, you know, I like to make and that I think would be helpful, that I would have maybe found helpful years ago or whatever. But, you know, there might be things that I'm not thinking of, or, you know, things that I can offer or, you know, speak on that I wouldn't have necessarily thought of myself. So, you know, any ideas, any suggestions that you have, you know, if you have anything like nutrition related, or I don't know, if you want to see like my skincare routine, whatever you're interested in seeing from me, let me know. I'd be more motivated to do it if somebody actually requests it versus me just being like, I'm just gonna make this because I want to. I just feel like it. Let's go for it, you know? Ooh, ah. Oh my gosh. Where's my little mistletoe? I need some red in here. Ah. See, when my fingers are covered in icing, everything just sticks to it. Ooh. Do, 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 do. You know, something I think about, I was just thinking about this right now, is, you know, there are like years where I feel like, oh my gosh, like there's so much good music that I am excited about, and then years where there's not so much good, like new music that I'm excited about. And I feel like last year, like 2022, there was so much good new music that came out that was super exciting to me. And there were definitely some really good things this year. But I definitely felt like 2022 was better, in my opinion, for like new music. And I don't know, like recently sometimes I do this like when I'm just, I don't know, bored or I'm hoping maybe I can find something new, is I will go on to iTunes because I buy my music off of iTunes and then, it downloads to my phone and it's on my, music app and, I listen to it on there. And so I'll just go on iTunes sometimes and just like see what's like hot right now, like what's popular. And I'll also like look up my favorite artists and see if they have anything new out. And I looked up this rapper called Queen Irby. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but if you know her, then you probably get who I'm referencing. And she came out with a whole other EP. I think actually 2 EPs since I last looked at her stuff, which was last year actually. She's got so many great songs that I love and that I listen to over and over, and that have become like some of my all-time favorites. And she had one EP where like I listened to the previews of every song, and I was just kind of like, yeah, it's good. I don't know if I need to like buy any of those, but they're good. Like I don't think she makes anything bad. It's just like sometimes like some things like not for me, Well, the second EP that I looked at, which actually was the least recent one out of the two. That one, like literally, I think it had like 5 or 6 songs on it, and what I do if I like a song is I will like put it on my list, and then I will go, because I keep a list of songs that I want to buy, and then I will like go on YouTube and listen to the full thing and see if like I still want to buy it. And I put all but one of those songs on my list. So, I mean, we'll see how many I end up buying. Like, just because I put it on my list doesn't mean I'm going to buy it, but I mean, it's just super cool. Like, that there were that many that like I was excited about, that I really liked. So that album, I think it was called The Muse, and it's like purple, and the visuals are always super cool. Queen Irby does such a great job. It's like, it kind of looks like Medusa, but the color theme is very like purple, white, black. It's great. So I'm excited about that. And for the new music coming out, another artist that I really love is B. Miller, and she came out with many singles this year, and there is an album coming. I keep looking up, I'm like, when is it going to be announced when it's releasing? Because I'm sort of on the edge of my seat here, because her songs, her like new songs, not that her old songs are bad, because they're awesome. I have songs from her first EP and her first album, but her new songs are so good. Like literally one of my favorite songs now, I think it's going to stay that way, is called Lonely Bitch. Came out in January of this year. Just love it. Love, love, love it. It's so stuck in my head. Totally recommend. It's awesome. So she also came out with Cynical, which I love, and Jealous of My Friends. There was a couple other songs that she came out with that weren't really for me, but I mean, if I remember correctly, I think she released like 6 songs maybe, and I liked 4 out of the 6 of them. So, just goes to show you, they're real good, or at least they were good in my opinion. They really resonated with me. I really liked them. Yes. So I'm really excited for the new album, especially because two of those songs that I mentioned that I liked, I I really want to buy them, but like, so she's been releasing these songs in singles, right? And each single has like different cover art. But I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna buy like half of her album, I'd rather just have the album cover, right? Rather than like all these different like little singles. Because then also like if I want to go back and be like, okay, just play this album, then it'll play. But if I buy the singles, it'll show up as singles on my phone versus the album. Now already bought the "Lonely Bitch" that song, so that's like in single form on my phone. But the other two that I really like, I'm waiting to purchase because I'd really like them in the album format. But I don't know if I can wait because there's no announcement for when she's coming out with her album. I'm just waiting, waiting, waiting. Do we just keep it like that? What do you think? We got like some mistletoe on the sides, like above each window. We got a cute little like peppermint rainbow thing. It's kind of falling a little bit. Let me push it back up. There we go. You've got more peppermint. You got this. Similar deal, but we got a little like road there. Yeah. I think I'm done. I don't feel the need to like really do it up. Like it doesn't need to be fully covered. I think it's cute. I don't know. I say that and then literally in my head I'm like, it's kind of plain. Maybe more color. Well, what music have you been excited about this year that's come out? What music are you excited to come out? What are you looking forward to in the new year? Let me know in the comments. We'll have a chat. I don't know. My tailbone hurts. Like I need to get up. I need to move a little bit. I don't know. I'm like, do I do more or do we leave it? I think we're gonna leave it. I think we're gonna leave it. Right. Not perfection, but it's nice. It's beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Once again, licking my fingers. Let me just rinse off my fingers. All right, so here is my finished gingerbread house. Here's that front, the little gumdrop path up to the front door. Side one, the back, and side two. So this is gonna be going probably on my kitchen counter. Super fun. Thank you for spending this time with me. But before I close out, we gotta do something. And that thing is, we gotta try the beet fries. Gotta wrap this up, right? Let's see. Yeah, they're a little room temp, but yeah. They got like a sweetness to them. They're like gently crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. And of course I taste some Italian seasoning. Give it a little bit of a kick, you know? It almost like kind of reminds me of like just a little bit of salt, but it's not. So that is the magic of herb, spices, seasonings, is it can taste like salt or other kinds of flavors, but it's not. So once again, you want that beet recipe? There's beet fries. Here we are, right here. Beautiful. Love it. Not my recipe. The Chartwell's K-12 system. This is their recipe, but really great. I'd probably make those again. I don't know. It was interesting. I will say I think the beets are kind of expensive, so I don't know how much I'll be making them, but they were good. Maybe I could use like a different vegetable and do something like this. I don't know, maybe like carrots or something. I love carrots. So yeah, I might try that. Let's see. I don't want to forget anything before I sign off. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to do another live when I make gingerbread cookies, just for fun. I'll give you a little sneak peek. So we got a snowman gingerbread cookie cutter. We've got a fun Christmas tree with a star on top. By the way, I got these off of Amazon. Of course, our classic gingerbread man. I don't really know why he doesn't really have a crotch, but it's okay. We accept everybody here. We've got a candy cane. And lastly, we have got a snowflake. So I'm really excited for that. Still waiting for my Christmas sprinkles. But I will say that those mistletoe sprinkles, there's like a pretty good amount left over. So I could use those, but they're kind of big, you know? So I do want my actual sprinkles that I ordered to come in and to use those. But I also, because I'm going on that trip soon, I'm like, I need to make these cookies somewhat soon. I don't want to like make them and then like I leave the next day and I don't get to enjoy them before Christmas, because making gingerbread cookies every year is a tradition for me. So yeah, but I'm gonna wait. Hopefully it shows up. I'm probably not gonna get a notification though, as I mentioned before, with the whole package thing. So I'll just have to stop off tomorrow and just make sure I really look through everything and make sure I get everything with my name on it. Hopefully that'll be in there. And yeah, so I will probably be back, hopefully, within the next week or two to make some gingerbread men and or to paint my pumpkin, which maybe if you'd like to see, I'll just give you a little sneak peek over here. We didn't get to see on Instagram. We got our cute little self-care pumpkin. And we both got our cute little headbands on. Once again, from the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's killing it. Oh, also while we're here, you see this nutcracker? I don't want to take my arm off and like drop the laptop, but this is something that I've had from childhood. Actually, my grandparents took my brother and I to the nutcracker, and we got this nutcracker. Well, that's mine. My brother has his own. And I don't know why, but like when I moved out and my parents were like, do you want any of the Christmas decorations? I was like, I just want the nutcracker. That's it. I don't know. I really like this guy. Yeah. And his mouth does move, but once again, I'm like, try not to drop this, but oh geez. Kind of see, it moves a little bit. So let me just come over here. I'm really trying to not like expose where I live. So I'm sorry for all these like weird movements, but here we are. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed watching me cook a little bit, try not to stain my shirt, make a fun gingerbread house. I hope it got you in the spirit a little bit. Maybe you found some, new movies that you want to take away and watch. And yeah, thank you for spending this time with me. My mouse is over there. 1 second. Okay, because I can't end the stream if I don't have a mouse, so that's kind of a problem. Anyway, thank you for being here. It was great to spend this time with you, and I hope to see you in a future video stream. All right, bye everyone.